Back when kids roamed free, there were fewer rules, fewer worries, and kids played with a science kit that was actually radioactive.
In 1949, the U.S. government and a toy company create a new science kit for kids.
Atomic Energy Lab with real Geiger count, $49.50.
Wait till you see this hazardous history with Henry Winkler rehashing the days when doctors recommended cigarettes and people decorated Christmas trees with asbestos-dusted ornaments. So great to see you. Can't wait to hear about this show, Henry. How are you doing today?
I am doing great, and I have such an affection for Tampa because I was there for a long time. I directed Cop and a Half with the late, great Burt Reynolds right there in Tampa.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I'm glad you have a tie to this town. And I remember you being in town, had the pleasure of doing an event with you to benefit foster children here in Tampa Bay. And I was thinking it wasn't too terribly long, but it was a decade ago. Time flies.
It does. And talking about children, you know, they would take cows to distilleries, and once they had, they squoze all of the liquid that would make the hard liquor out of the wheat and the barley and the whey. They would then feed that mush to the cows. And the milk would turn blue. Couldn't have that. So they thought, okay, what can we do? Oh, let's add plaster to the milk, made it white. Gave you constipation, stopped everything from flowing, but you had really good-looking milk.
This is scary stuff. It really is, but you're perfect to give us the nostalgia and the fun within this show. It's going to be a big hit with a lot of people because I find myself as a parent telling my kids about dangerous things I did. This show is going to confirm mom's not a liar. So what about this show? What drew you to it? Tell us about the overall concept that you said I have to be part of this.
Do you know what, when I first met Eli, who is the head of the History Channel, he said, here it is, here's the show. And within a sentence, I knew this is crazy because the subtitle of this show is Hazardous Health. Wait a minute. We actually allowed that to happen and we lived through it? Imagine a Mr. Crash, real name, goes to a small town in Texas, in the outskirts, builds a fake town, puts down railroad tracks, has his two locomotives come at him as fast as possible. They crash, explode. They expected 20,000 people. 40,000 people show up. A lot of them are killed. Some of them are maimed. And nobody runs away. They run toward the crash in order to get a souvenir. And this goes on for the next 25 years, smashing locomotives. A lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, scary stuff. You know what else I think about? One of the themes that you see in these episodes that caught my attention, exposure to toxins or germs. And I'll have these year 2025 moments where I'll wake up in a panic thinking about how many times I've cooked a nonstick pan and exposed my family to chemicals, right? But back in these days, all kinds of exposure, risky household products, going back to the early 1900s, the episode about horse manure, exposing society to disease. What about that one?
New York City. 176,000 horses around the turn of the century, 1900. They were pulling wagons and carriages and selling your wares and just riding a horse like your own car. But the horses left behind 1.5 billion pounds of manure. They had no idea how to get rid of it. So they brushed it all against the sidewalk. There was a mound like a snowdrift. Except this was a snowdrift you did not want to climb over. Then a horse would reach its expiration date. It would die in the middle of the street. They didn't have the money or the means to get rid of the horses. So you had disease, gas, the smell, all of this generated until the Model T came in and took over. Then you could drive the Model T car without a license. Without a lesson. Now it's the Wild West of driving automobiles.
It's funny how technology changes things. Henry, you are the perfect person to bring the right perspective and fun and enthusiasm to this show. It's going to be fantastic. Premieres Sunday night, June 15th on the History Channel. Loved catching up with you.
You too. Thank you. And nice to see you again.